Blind Yokam is incredibly pog as Talon actually moving up 5. We already got an engagement here, starting up onto Mizu. Yokam rapid to hold them back, but still Mizu looks like unfortunately there will be no escaping. Just blink into the Tinker is going to be a ridiculous amount of DPS. As over the level 6s from Talon, around a choke point like this, they're going to be favored here in this team fight, but they haven't blown up Polison just yet. As somehow the Clockwork is able to keep his life long enough for the extra reinforcements to show up. As Yokam, a finger of death straight on the head of the Void Spirit, and now In Your Dream charges up the Requiem as well. Actually, no, still needing the recipe here. Fly's gonna face check the high ground as no In Your Dream. They also jumped the back as well as Polison putting enough recognition on getting rid of KP before the Exism. He hasn't charged it up just yet. Making sure that he doesn't waste his ultimate.
Even just backing up as soon as he's able to pop that smoke as well, right?
Well,
like, obviously.
Okay, I don't know why Clockwork's here, but nonetheless, look at the kill. Can they try and change this into Roshan? Yeah, they will do so. I mean,
they just can't show anyone. That's the issue, right? Like, as long as
and
no
they
one
come
shows
and
on the lane,
Yokam jumps, but he's a bit too late. Aegis picked up.
he did have some sort of vision up on this high ground that Flyers just used the kinetic field to show that they didn't. But
Bottom lane, KP's in trouble. Mizu charging underneath the T1 tower. They've got the Tinker nearby as well, but the TPs, they're a little bit too late to keep him alive, but they still have been able to catch out the Tinker as Gabby showing up. A couple of crits is enough to blow up the 2, and now they can turn to try and deal with Mizu as well. No other location to charge to. He's going to be forced to stick himself in the lane, just hoping and praying they have no detection.
what stops him from just TPing out?
Apollo,
once he pops the BKB?
he'll pop the smoke, but still the rest of Talon looking to connect on In Your Dream. The BKB is flying out on the corridor, but it's going to take too long. Hyde's going to be cautious he doesn't bounce him out of the static storm, but it will not matter as the damage starting to stack up for Talon. A great initiation, secures a skirmish, now they're looking for stragglers as well.
Insane amount of right-click damage and a line with the finger of
Mizu
death.
is going to continue with the charge, targeting the level 20 Phantom Assassin at the moment. Glimpse not inside the kinetic field, but Gabby's crits is enough. Mizu actually makes it on the higher ground, but still will turn to deal with Yokam as well with the backline In Your Dream. He's trying to deal with the heroes on the outskirts here. Hasn't been able to get any extra control, so In Your Dream retreating back to safety, but Gabby and co are going to continue to pursue him down. The Requiem will drag back, but somehow in some way, it's not enough to keep him alive as Talon once again. Oh, Makoto's going to find Yokam too. So just another straggler caught off across the map, everywhere on the map.
Well, they've even
As
found
another
Mizu.
target, Mizu. He's got some reinforcements in the backline, but Gabby's damage is really starting to ramp up, but they've got to be cautious because he's In Your Dream. He's starting with the machine gun as well with the outskirts, but the control is one thing that's lacking. So Gabby's able to reposition himself. A great Yule Scepter. Dodges a majority of the damage here.
He's even got that extra little bit of spell amplification, but
In Your
it
Dream,
feels like
Tinker as well. They're actually going to look to go in. I need Yokam at least nearby. Just that's a lot of damage.
you just need damage that's going to be able to go out, and Satanic doesn't provide too much.
Look at Gabby.
Double damage.
DD in the
He might even
arsenal. The
down
cleave is
Yokam.
almost enough to kill off Yokam, but still, they're waiting the wings. Going to look to turn it back around, but Gabby, he's had enough an opportunity to pop the BKB, so he's going to be A-OK, continuing to jump further into the middle of the team fight, but Radiant, the recognition of how important this is. Multiple buybacks coming into play as Talon looking to reset, but they won't get the opportunity. Yokam blasts down the Phantom Assassin for the high ground, and they're still sticking around though, as In Your Dream dealing a ridiculous amount of damage from the outskirts, and this is the fight they've been waiting for.
Look at those rockets.
They're going to look to pursue on for more, finding kill after kill as Fly. There'll be no escape for the captain. A charge from Mizu, and they won't even need it. In fact, it's alacrity to find it, but again, still a 4,000 net worth lead for Talon. Makoto and Co going to jump once again, blowing up the support as Polison.
That, has he got an Ag Shard coming out to him now or something?
Are they going to try this?
Yeah.
Gabby, in fact, just going to jump Yokam once again, taking rid of the supports.
Buyback.
They don't have buybacks, and now they can use this numbers advantage to try and deal with the Aegis on In Your Dream. But they've got to be cautious because Mizu, out of nowhere, charges on. They've got to the break. Phantom Assassin's in some trouble, and Gabby's down. They've gotten rid of the PA, the huge carry. And now it's Alacrity with a triple. He's going to continue to try and catch for more. But a nice heads out TP will keep the life of Makoto. But unfortunately, the Death Prophet would not be so fortunate. TPing in at the moment. Radiant got very good control in the area thanks to the Observer. Once again, they're going to look to prioritize the supports.
So they just want to make sure that this team fight control is removed at the start.
Oh, in your dream. Butterfly completed. They're going to try and target down Phantom Assassin at the moment here. They need some way to keep Gabby alive. The BKB nick of timing, but it doesn't matter. And KP, he blinked into the middle of it all with Exo Pop. They're going to lose a second target. NIGMA Galaxy C.
They've even found
What's
Fly.
going on? They've caught Fly too.
2.5 minutes. No buyback on the DP.
Apollo. Screw it. Let's dive deep. Try and blow up the Pango. They'll be able to do so successfully. He's going to buy back available. Makoto's out of Astral Step charges, playing with fire, but here comes Hyde, looking to do his best to delay, but Hyde, he can't do that. Trying to carve their way through their own jungle. Once again, Pollison's going to face check the smoke. He's got the Aeon Disc, so not too vulnerable to be bursted down. The rest of Radiant sitting on top of the backline here. Beautiful silence, won't give the opportunity for the counter initiation, but in your dreams, got a DD. So they have to think twice now on Talon on how they take this fight. As KP's playing the wings, but they're straight on top of the Phantom Assassin once again! Bye-bye, Gabby, the burst is too strong. 4 heroes evaporate. They're on top of the 5th as well as Makoto's in trouble. Alacrity like a homing missile. This is a really valuable kill if they can get it before the Radiant connect. This is just gonna pop BKB. Almost kill off Fly as well. In fact, he will with pressure up. Screw it. Mizu gets away with murder. Now they're stuck in the tree line as well. I mean, Talon need assistance. They need it now. In fact, KP won't get it though. Gabby's gonna jump. He's on Alacrity, but Gabby's just tickling the Tinker. A TP attempt out, but Mizu once again. Oh my lord, this Spirit Breaker is causing so much chaos, and that's it. NIGMA Galaxy C take game 1 to start the day.
Radiant victory.
Pretty damn convincing. I'm happy to be wrong. Very effective against a PA at nullifying a ton of that damage, even just with the 1 value point.
On mid lane, Astral set up for the arrow and pinpoint accuracy from Hyde.
Oh, they're looking to try and find In Your Dream here. They've got the Great Observer Ward.
Yeah, they will. Makoto Fly. Mass TP's coming into play, but the damage is thick, and as Makoto dropping the sanities there just to secure it. Fly's got the level 6 too. He's actually going to use the Astral aggressively, which will give Fly an opportunity. You know, Arena's on cooldown. They've used Wall previously, but again, you want to play with your Darks here. As KP's going to be the target. The rest of Talon too far away to assist the Mars. But he'll do his best to at least shove out the lane and prevent some siege on the tower. Mizu's Darks here can just completely turn a game back in their favor as KP runs straight into the Monkey King. Nice prediction with the spear as well. Is moving towards the tree line, so another movement that goes in the favor of Talon. KP.
Alacrity's itemization.
Stalking Yokam at the moment. In fact, they're going to use their deep ward by the outpost. Mizu, a preemptive use of the wall, and well, he's going to be caught out here as KP and Gabby can overwhelm the Darks here. Now they'll look to catch up Paulson as well, who's in no man's land as the rest of the team.
So nice little micros coming through there by Mizu when he's in the grave. And
Moonlight Shadow, and yeah, Gabby's going to run into In Your Dream and Yokam. They're going to know the PA's still around. KP's going fishing with a spear, but it doesn't even matter. Gabby's such a high level. 15, 16 minutes into the game. Top of the net worth, and it feels like it's all Talon in this second game. They've done such an incredible job with their map positioning.
But also for your damage potential.
Oh, Alacrity, don't do it! What? How'd he get away? KP's still got Arena nonetheless, so they'll make sure after a dodged attempt they're able to continue to follow up. It does give them information. They're away from mid, but Tartan's going to eat the arrow. He doesn't find the snowball connection, and Gabby's still well and truly healthy.
What a grip.
He's got Fly in the outskirts to drop the grip with no hope in the world of a cancellation. Hand in hand, trying to find the start. They've also seen Makoto as well in the lane. Alacrity and Yokam, they're going to make the attempt. They know the Astral's on cooldown, so there's a big window to try and blow up the OD and get out with their life. but KP once again. Arena drop destroys the tree, and Alacrity, they're just going to try and waste as much time, and now also Fly. Yup. I mean, this man is always catching stragglers, will recognize they've got plenty of damage to kill off the rest of the heroes. He's looking for that extra +1. And they'll get it with the Darkseid kill as well. The supports, plenty of damage in themselves, hide.
Yeah.
Oh, Polo, don't do it.
If you're able to get that working for yourself, then it's a big
Polo,
win.
don't do it. Oh, you may as well get the ward now before you die. Not connected at the moment, it's just KP and Gabby, but...
You've got your BKB now on the PA. Sure, it's important that you get the...
Fire coming out. They're going to try and make an attempt on hide. Makoto's still standing on the outskirts, but a beautiful use of the Orchid will prevent the Ash Shield, but the rest of Talon looking to connect as well for the further team fight to break out.
That makes a big difference.
Holison
Well,
is going to be caught out here. KP position himself behind the snap just to make sure it's even easier of an opportunity. You got to play around an Observer ward. Cam's going to set up Makoto. Actually blinks mindlessly. Flies nowhere near.
I don't know what that's about. Forced in your dream to look to commit in. Maybe get lucky with a few crits before he's able to pop that BKB, but...
Should kill off Yocam top. Yeah, they will. He's just trying to catch out the outpost here. All the side lanes continuously being shoved in. But they're like, screw it. They're going to... Actually, Mizu's going to jump before they get set up. An early use of the wall, but the arena will enclose him inside. With all the damage from Gabby, it's going to be too much for him to deal with. But Gabby's still... But he's going to have to run through the wall to get outside.
No lucky crit.
Gabby on the charge, cutting his way through. The jungle is in your dream. The first target on the agenda, but he's got a position to Phantom Strike away to. They might have to cut their losses. They're not going to try and do so, though. Alacrity, a beautiful boundless strike, laying down the Wukongs as well. They'll dealt with the first slap, but they need to deal with the Fiend's Grip. Is in your dream, getting control, but the last second, he's out to safety. The smoke as well. Hiding himself for the nighttime, but KP slams down the shield. Would take care of the Phantom Assassin. He was almost out to safety, but Makoto as well would catch out another hero on the high ground, utilizing the Observer ward.
One lane removed from the equation.
Oh, they see Alacrity.
Oh, no,
But they
not
found
again.
the Astra before the pounce. He's got BKB up. He's going to be able to time it before the spear, but Alacrity still can't jump inside the base. Got buyback, but giving away a kill like that, I know he's not looking good in the net worth, but you need every single number you can get to mount some form of defense. Is just going to try and look for the jump. Once again, KP, instant answer for the arena as well, just enclosing the double wall. Venn diagram laid down to give them no opportunity to jump Gabby.
It's not having
You
quite
got to
the
make an
impact.
attempt. It's about to be Megas, and KP will
Double
start.
stun.
They get the Hex before the normal punch, and Mizu's gone. A dieback on the Darks here, and Alacrity is just hoping that the Wukongs will prevent them from hitting the objectives. They'll try and attempt to blow up the Luna, but Makoto's positioning and Fly on the backline will limit the damage, and we're going to a game 3 as Talon even up our series.
Very nicely done. And they're able to pull it back. It's off the back of the draft, though, right? Like, as soon as we saw that last pick Darkseid, we're doesn't end up dying as a result of it. Holison obviously seeing the importance of consistently scouting this out.
They're actually diving Fly. He was able to sidestep the arrow, but Mizu finally gets the percentage in the bash, luckily enough, and now Yocam, first blood secured. They've still committed pretty deep here. This is
The objective that they're committing onto the top side for.
Gabby's got Hood coming out of the corridor, but it might take a little bit too long. Both Wukongs, all the ultimates laid down to try and blow up the beast and the bristleback, and Gabby will drop. They have to use everything possible to secure the kill, but the Wukongs in the perfect location makes it really difficult for Talon to find an avenue in. They'll still trade the life with Alacrity, but Fly will not get out to safety.
I think you're okay with that sort of rotation. KP, he's just standing here in the trees, and so they're
Is
going to
it
be able
drop
to
RP?
find him. Nah.
Radiant's bot.
And now you're the ones that can be on the aggressive front to take some objectives. Mid's going to be very easy to find considering with the ultimates being on cooldown. They're starting to come back up. And the rest of Dire swinging the area as well. They're going to start a Makoto off to the outskirts. KP has been able to find the Monkey King in the tree line. With the RP committed, Mortimer Kisses on the side as well. The magical damage raining down. As they'll lose the Monkey King, a key component here. And now with the rest of Talon looking to try and continue on to find more blood as well. And that they will. But Ember works incredibly well with the Empower. He's going to get so much extra farm and a hero that can do a ridiculous amount. As top lane KP, Mech on cooldown for another 5. Can they keep him alive long enough? They can. KP just had the safety with Gabby and Hyde. And now they're looking to try and chase back in your dream, but they're going to have to use the mech to try and sustain themselves, but they want to play around with their vision. Don't give an opportunity for NIGMA Galaxy C to set up around the choke point, as Polison will be the first target to fall.
And maybe that's the little bit of extra magic resistance that he needs to survive that barrage.
Charge on Mizu. They're going to find the perfect control as well with the boot. No, just off the mark. Makoto slide the nicker timing on the Ember, and then all of a sudden...
Reliable lockdown. That's the issue right now for NIGMA Galaxy C.
In your dream. They're going to run to the Conquer. He's usually pretty goddamn tanky, but this time with 3 heroes around, and Makoto's got plenty of damage to work with. I'll get rid of the position 1. Radiant
on Polison as well.
Smoked up. Gabby's going to pop it on Polo. It looks like they're just going to try and cut their losses. They're still posturing around the high ground as KP, he just drops a solo RP on the support. He feels content, happy to convert the kill. But Alacrity in your dreams still sticking around. But the numbers, they got the tree! KP corrects! Oh no, they're going to be cautious now. Still, they're on top of the pressure back. The break is out. They're going to be able to blow him up. Gabby's gone. A huge streak to claim. Alacrity, BKB about to expire. Wukong shortly as well. They're just waiting. The patience coming through from Talon, but is it going to be enough to turn it back around as KP flies on forward, Skewer to connect on 2, and that's enough.
Be surprised how far a little kindness.
KP carrying him this game, just going that little bit deeper with no vision at all.
Wait, Mizu?
And gets the up here.
He's charging in. He's got some supports behind him, but so do Talon. KP again. Skew onto multiple heroes, but where are the cords for the damage? There's the answer. Makoto jumps in the middle of it all. He'll be able to bring down the Mirana too. And now next on the agenda is Polison. They'll look to neutralize the Enchantress. Not an easy kill by any stretch of the imagination, considering how tanky she's itemized. But in the end, it'll be Makoto with the unstoppable streak.
He's still getting a decent amount of farm himself here. You can't kill Makoto. You couldn't kill Makoto before with multiple, unless he gets arrowed.
Wait, no way. No way. Tidebreaker's back up shortly. Oh my lord. Sorry, Denok, what'd you say? Into ages.
With BKB, I feel like you can. You gotta just ignore the bristleback. We saw this so many times with SMG when they were playing in BTS Pro Series, right? They go all in on buffing up someone like mid 1.
Did Mizu What's going on down bottom? Oh, he's got BKB. Teams are coming over as well. Alacrity's going to lay down the Wukongs, but Gabby with the BKB can reposition himself. It's not going to matter though. The damage, it's ramping up. NIGMA Galaxy C, they found their item timings, but can they keep him inside the ring? Mizu's going to try and angle the charge back, and they blow him up. So crafty with how Dire are taking these fights, and now on the outskirts, Cam just solo killed Hyde. A little bit more passive, like they don't feel comfortable with taking a fight, and we're gonna see KP just skewer back, utilizing that changed horn toss. Still, they're able to find the kill, and Gabby, I mean, he's got a blink as well. They'll find Polison. There's the TP canceling Hyde. So once again, the support's the weakest link here for Dire.
It was that only happened because Jokem was just trying to slow things down a little bit. He cut the wave entirely, gave up his own life, probably didn't need to.
Mizu completes the charge. So see how this status resistance can come into play with the TPR. KP recognizes they don't even need the RP.
KP, yeah, again, just going to try and cut off as much as he can.
They're actually looking to pounce. Dire converging on the area. This is a high priority target if they can bring him down. Mechanism still available. KP will get it off, but not keep his life, as now they can turn this into another kill on the Snapfire as well. NIGMA Galaxy C is still sticking in the midst of it all. We saw what can happen previously. He's got the Flame Guard, a little bit of magic resistance. Still, Mizu's actually going to be able to connect as well with the extra stun lock. That's enough. They'll get rid of Makoto, the rest of Talon. Too late to the party.
Looks like he's going into the Shiva's Guard next, so
KP
that's going to solve at least his
getting
armor
charged
problem.
down. Connects onto 2. What a beautiful boundless strike as well to start the fight. Radiant, they're crumbling without the Ember Spirit. KP, who'll try and lay down the RP, but instantly answer with the Eul Scepter. Gabby's got enough time to pop the BKB, but still the damage is starting to rack up. They'll get him outside the ring, but it's not going to matter with the break showing and the damage. Alacrity also jumping around through the trees.
The fire
They're
shield's
also
nice.
mid as well on Mizu. Yeah, Gabby just blows him up. Mizu didn't want to pop the refresher for the other use of the BKB. It was still on cooldown. Now they're doing a great job to kite the Wukongs as well. Dealing with the backline supports. Polison next on the agenda here. A great start to the fight for Talon as they'll drop the RP, doing the best that they can possibly do to kite the Monkey King to perfection as Alacrity's gone. So he's going to pop. It was just Mirana losing the smoke. They've caught vision of KP. An incredible component to be able to burst down to start. They'll do so successfully, but what more can they get? Talon on the retreat, just losing KP. Roche that's a fast spawn as well. Oh boy.
They do their best to try and push out these
Radiant
waves a
got
little
vision
bit
around the
further.
area. They're gonna see Yokam, they're gonna see Polonison as well. Instantly jumping forward, trying to blow up the Rana. They have to be cautious about taking the fight around the choke point as Alacrity. The break needs to be perfect and the chain control as well. A refresher used from Mizu to keep the Bristleback inside the ring, but Gabby is still surviving through it all. And then with the Mortimer Kisses laid down on the outskirts, it's NIGMA Galaxy C that have to try and retreat away. Makoto flies on over, but the Searing Change was still on cooldown. Make sure they don't get set up for the formation by this siege. Going through Gabby's not going to be easy. Wants to try and hold the BKB for the break. What a change! If they can blow up Mizu at the start of the fight, this is going to be huge. Drag to the southern side. They just have to let him die. Mizu gone. 100 seconds on the deck. It's about to be mega creeps. KP fishing once again. They're going to look to buy back. Break is out. Beautiful chain control. They've blown up the first life, and now they can lay down the Wukongs as well. How can they get him outside the vicinity? They'll make sure to control him with the Abyssal Blade. Gabby's falling lower and lower. The bashes coming through thick and thin, but hide! What a gobble up! Out to safety. He'll blink away, but Mizu's still hunting. He's on top of the Bristleback. RP hasn't used it just yet. Somehow Gabby's alive!
Oh, they gave him the cheese as well.
Oh my god, they can go
healthy.
back in. It's going to catch them off guard. Alacrity's still hiding in the trees. He doesn't have the BKB. He's going to face check Makoto, but they're going to be cautious. Now Gabby's going to reveal himself. Straight on top of the Monkey King. Trying to play around with the Jingu stacks. He's got the buyback as well. Coming back into the fight. There's Conker, half health. Still trying to do whatever he can here. They've blown up KP. They've started to lose their numbers here. The abilities on cooldown. NIGMA Galaxy C. They might be able to withstand their damage, but they've got to be cautious. Makoto jumping the backline as they can try and kite the Conker. Makoto, who else can he find? Yokam's doing such an exceptional job. The arrow to catch him, Makoto. He's gone too far. Fished for too many heroes. I mean, Hyde. He really gave them this opportunity to have a longer drawn-out fight that wasn't as disastrous. But now they've still been able to fight Gabby as well, Alacrity. So waiting to see what In Your Dream. He's got the Abyssal queued up. They're waiting for him. I think they caught Glimpse.
He's X-Master.
KP? KP's got yours still. Oh, no. This is not the way you want to start the fight if you're NIGMA Galaxy. Now you have to compromise your position to try and keep the Conqueror alive as best as you can. But KP's in trouble. Look at the Torrent Storm landing on all three heroes. What a pickup. That might just be enough to take the game. One single item. 3 heroes gone. They're on top of Makoto. Refresher pop from the Spirit Breaker. Abyssal Control. Oh.
On KP's buyback.
Makoto's got to play really cautious. They cannot afford to lose the Ember, and especially the Bristleback as well. They'll use the Wukongs just to secure the objective. Screw the objectives to blow up the Bristle.
Jokem, he is Legolas right now, just constantly landing these arrows.
He just solo kills off the mag. And he's got to look to TP too. Gabby's got a way to cancel this at least. Charge back up in a couple of seconds, but they know they know where they are. They killed the sentry, so they know where they are. Okay. Gabby's got a DD though, so hitting over 1,000.
don't know if you want to
Wait,
group
Polo?
up into Roche Pit.
Come on, Sprite.
Okay, well that is just an absolute freebie. He's got a buyback.
The gem.
He's going to use it instantly in your dream. He's charging up mindlessly. They're going to try and target down Gabby. KP once again. He's on top of Alacrity, but a beautiful timing with the Abyssal Blade. Alacrity turns it back around. They won't have a Magnus for the team fight. Radiant, though, looking to get out of the control of the Wukongs, but it's NIGMA Galaxy C that are trying to push them further and further back. Without the Bristleback, Fly and Koro are absolute food. They'll target through the Ogre Magi. Now Makoto's the next on the agenda as well. Alacrity's refresh for another Abyssal Blade. 3 down.
Diamond Fountain would be a little bit too keen, even with how this game is looking.
This is a Bristleback without the Magnus. They need every steroid can get, but unfortunately, with 2 heroes against the 5, it's just not going to be enough. Bristle down for the final time this game. And Talon are going to start the winter tour off 0-2 as NIGMA Galaxy C will take this series a Game 3 bloodbath going just over 60 minutes.